Mackenzie Pierce Wartenberger from Forsyth Country Day here. And the one thing that I remember about her is still holding the 800-meter state record more than 20 years after it was set, which is incredible, especially in the era of super shoes. But take us through your Forsyth Country Day years. What was one of the most memorable times that you had there?
Oh, wow. My time at Forsyth was wonderful. I was really lucky to have amazing teammates and coaches. I think what I remember most is the time not running. It was the time stretching before and after practice. There was the bus rides. I think those are the memories that really stick out to me. I was lucky to run well and have some really great experiences competing, but I really remember my teammates most.
When did you know that, hey, I'm pretty good at this?
I don't think I ever really believed that I was very good at it. I had that imposter syndrome. But I had a lot of fun. I think when I jump into practice with the guys team and they'd be like, "Oh, we don't want Mac in here," that's when I started to get a little bit of an idea.
Talk about the state record. I mean, obviously at the time it was a state record, but when that happened, did you know it? And then when you finally knew it, did you think, what were your thoughts about it?
I think we had some fantastic coaches that made state meets and any competition really all about the team score and what was the team going to do. And I feel really lucky that I was able to be on a high school team as a young athlete and just get caught up in the team aspect. So I knew it was fast. I knew it was a good result, but I don't think I had any idea that I was chasing a mark or that I'd gotten something. It was like, okay, let's get ready for the next relay or go cheer on the next person. Our team was really special in that way. So yeah, it hit me later.
And talk about, I think at one state meet, I can't remember, maybe one or two state meet, like the quadruple that you had. Talk about that day.
Those were long days.
Yeah.
But I wasn't the only person doing a lot of events on our team at those meets. So there was this wonderful sense of going into this kind of fight with a bunch of teammates that we're going to jump into events that they didn't know, or maybe wasn't their signature move, but it was everyone was just trying to get to that championship podium. So it was great to be able to be a part of that.
And now let's fast forward. Now it's 2025 and that state record's still standing. Could you have imagined that back then when you said it?
No, especially because there's so many incredibly talented young women that are coming through this state, and of course have gone on to college and run very, very fast. So it's wild. I know it's going to go down soon, and I just can't wait to see who breaks it.
Do you ever find yourself looking, when you find somebody that's a little bit like Lauren Tolbert, who's at Duke now, she got really close, and Sanu Jallo, and I forget where she is now, but she got really close. Do you find yourself looking and cheering them on? Or
I'm rooting for them so hard.
Really?
I think it's great. Women that come out of this state, we're not one of the big powerhouses for track and field. So anyone that kind of comes through the ringer of North Carolina track and field, I think has earned their place at the table on the next levels. And I'm just so excited to see who the woman that breaks that time is going to be. It's going to be fun.
And then last question about Cal, like why Cal, and tell about your college experience.
Wow. I went to Cal because it is the best public school in the country, and I knew that in addition to being on an incredible athletic team, I was going to get a great education, and that's something that I learned at FCDS and definitely carried through. It was a wonderful chance. It was an interesting time to go from being a big fish in a small pond to being a very small fish in a very big pond. But I was lucky to have some great teammates there too. And it was tough to take some of those losses early on, but it was a wonderful experience to go back to having to build my way up again.
Yeah, and actually I do have one last question.
Sure.
If a high school girl came to you today and said, hey, what does it take to be successful? What would you tell her?
Wow. Enjoy it. I think we're caught up in a space where people run to being as competitive as possible as early as possible. So spend some time just enjoying being a high school runner. I was really lucky to have an incredible school community, some great friends, an amazing family. I met my husband on my high school track team, and some incredible coaches that really made my experience in high school great. And I feel really blessed to have been in that scenario. So I would tell anyone, boy or girl, launching into their high school track career to really take the time to enjoy that. I've got a wonderful coach here with me today that was supporting me, and one of my coaches isn't here and wasn't able to be with us. He passed away a couple years ago, and so his family, his wife Deb, his kids, Monty and Tara, and his grandchildren. You know, we keep them in our hearts and just enjoy this time because it is a unique experience. It should be a beautiful experience, and the future will come very, very quickly.
Well, congratulations
Thank
on
you.
being inducted into the North Carolina High School Track and Field and Cross Country Hall of Fame. Had a lot of great accomplishments, and just hearing about the team is also just shows about a little bit more of who you are as a person as well. So we appreciate that. So again, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Cool.